The Warfighter Effectiveness Research Center is one of our mainstay and one of our newest research centers at the Air Force Academy through a partnership with the Air Force Research Lab and also the Air Force Office of Scientific Research.
My name's Cadet First Class Emily Shunk. I am in my 4th year at the Academy. I'm a behavioral science major. Right now I am researching robot-human interactions, specifically emotional response.
My name is Sarah Prusnick. I'm a senior at the Air Force Academy, and I'm a behavioral science major. For my capstone project, I am working with Dr. Herring on a research project related to robot compliance.
I'm Cadet First Class DeAndre Frazier. I'm a systems engineering major with an emphasis in human factors. Research I'm doing with Loyal Wingman is teaming F-35s with autonomous systems and seeing that I'll be flying drones or autonomous systems. I think they go hand in hand.
Research is woven right into the fabric of how we educate our cadets. It really promotes a spirit of inquiry, of inventiveness, of creativity. Central to our research mission is the presence of 22 research centers or research institutes at the Academy.
When I arrived at the Air Force Academy, the chair there asked if I'd like to be the director of research. I thought that'd be a nice fit given my background with AFRL. As the director of research, that's when Ben and I started really talking a lot about how do we reinvent research at the Air Force Academy. And the result of that was a new research center that started there that I was the director of.
The WERC has 5 goals: human-machine teaming, respect for human dignity, evidence-based leadership, and readiness. The 5th one is to be responsive. It's a responsiveness that we like to make sure that the warfighters can come to us and we can adapt and be agile and support those needs. But then also to make sure that we're pushing out the technology to the Air Force that the Air Force may not even know exists.
It was academic year 2014. 15 was our first academic year. We did a lot of strategic planning. I know Chris and Ben were talking a lot about how we could really grow this relationship.
And that was followed by grants, both from Ben and other funding agencies as well. And he really believed in what we were trying to do and supported us, and it's grown into a massive endeavor now, doing really warfighter-focused research.
This is not a traditional research university. We're training future Air Force leadership to understand what it takes to do good science and technology. And that you can't get anywhere else. You have to do that here at the Academy.
We sit in the behavioral sciences department, but really we are transdisciplinary, and we bring all of the departments here at the Academy and the collaborative research institutions and industry together to support areas that matter to Dr. Ben Knott and the Trust and Influence program.
I run a program called Trust and Influence, and there's 3 areas of focus within Trust and Influence. The first is trust as it relates to the design of autonomous systems and robotics. The second I call socio-digital influence, and it's the research of how trust in relationships develop online and how people are able to influence each other through social media. And the third area is focused on the psychology and the social science behind human conflict and especially violent extremism.
We have several cadet projects sponsored by the Air Force Office of Scientific Research. And these projects are great because they get cadets out of the classroom and involved.
They look at issues of human-machine teaming, issues of trust and influence, and how people can shape their environment through their interactions with machines.
Having intelligent machines incorporated into Air Force missions is going to fundamentally change the way we operate. In order to do that, you have to build a certain level of trust between people and these agents in order for them to be able to effectively do what you need them to do.
This is Pepper. We're looking at how can we make communication between robots and humans most effective. The experiment I'm doing now is actually one that I observed over in Plymouth at Plymouth University. I got the chance to take advantage of the Cadet Summer Research Program here at the Academy, and they actually sent me over to Plymouth, England, to Europe, which was awesome. It was really fun, and I got to work with Dr. Angelo Cangelosi on their work with robot and human interactions. There was a couple of us cadets over in Europe. We all got to see some really amazing things.
For our study, we're looking at how compliant participants will be to different sorts of robots on a task. We want to know how humans are going to be reliant on robots since this technology is likely to be increasing in our future.
We're trying to have these robots with their unique functionalities adding to whatever humans can do and to increase the sense of teaming.
There's always going to be a human involved in that chain of command. So all the different projects are looking at different aspects of how do we monitor trust in autonomous agents. So we need to give some kind of sensor information to the machine.
The sensors on my head is collecting physiological data, so it's collecting the EEG, so it can figure out my workload. So if I'm stressed out, it'll tell the machine how much workload I have, as well as my heart rate, and tracking my eyes to see how much stress I'm having.
Through cooperation with AFRL, we were able to bring a Tesla automobile to the Academy, really exploring how the human-machine interface actually plays out with respect to an autonomous vehicle.
We outfit the participant with EEG sensors, heart rate, eye tracking, and we'll put them through a number of tests where they have to actually trust in the autonomous system. Validating these models in a situation that really does require trust, because there is more at risk going actual 60 miles per hour versus being in a simulator.
Part of the idea here is that as we move forward, the ability to have these autonomous agents in the sky acting as a wingman, we want to make sure that the pilots themselves, the human operators, have the ability to interact with these autonomous systems in a very kind of organic way, and make sure that the autonomous systems are able to understand the human as well.
You have undergraduate cadets writing papers, publishing, presenting at conferences, real conferences, based on the work they're doing under this grant. And that's unusual.
The big difference is that we need a line of customers at our door that are coming to us with real technology problems they have that they want cadets at the Air Force Academy to solve. That's what we did that was unique, is that we paired up the cadets and their motivation and their drive and their intelligence. We paired them up with customers that needed real answers to real problems. But I'm probably most proud of the real warfighter solutions they're providing.
And so this is what the Air Force really benefits from, and that's the constant generation of basic research findings and discoveries that will make the Air Force that much better.